This brush is probably why most people bought Clip Studio Paint. I mean, it is, right? So, right here is the decoration brush, and the shortcut for all the brushes are B, so you would have to cycle through it a few times. So if you pressed B, let me do this. Well, hold on. All right. So if I go B, I'm cycling through the brushes. So P is also for pen and pencil. So if you look, these have a ton of subcategories, and if you get someone's special brush, if you buy brush packs, you can just load your brush packs up. All you gotta do is drag them into it. Just make a new category and drag it in. It's pretty easy. Yes, we will go over that. But we have things like clothing. They added a zipper here, which is pretty cool. That's cool. So if you got something that you need zippers for. And there's stuff like the braided ropes and the Japanese ribbons. There's some effect brushes here. And you can get really nutty with these too. There's some pattern brushes here. Starts, hearts, musical notes. Some pretty cool stuff. There's flowers. There is vegetation. And so you get things like fallen leaves. Let me turn this to black so you can see a little bit better. So you can make a bunch of leaves. Now, if you're looking at it, you're like, wait a minute, these things look like they're different images. They are. And you're going to learn how to put that in there. So some of this stuff, artificial scenes. This is my rich rubble brush. If I want to make a little bit of rubble. There you go. Rocks instantly. I think that could have been better, but that's okay. There's some natural scenes here. I got the inspiration from this small stone brush. I'll show you guys how to make brushes like this. They're really not difficult at all. If you, this Ryan Cardinal brush. It's a tentacle brush. So he's got some brushes here that are really cool. So if you were drawing like a creature or a rib cage or something. And he also has this brush tester, which has a bunch of crosshairs to it. And his name is Ryan Cardinal. His brushes are on Gumroad, so he's got some cool stuff there. I think, I got some of these other tentacle brushes here. So there's these tentacle brushes that are out there. I made this rock tentacle brush. Just playing around with the pattern. But one of these brushes I had to get rid of because it was a ginormous tentacle. I guess they were doing some hentai. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not going to use that. But you can use this to make things like dreadlocks, which would be cool. You can make tentacles with this. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with this style. It's a ribbon brush, essentially. It acts like a ribbon. And I got some nature brushes in here as well. I was playing around with this tree brush if you don't want to draw a bunch of trees. You got an instant little forest scene there. And so this is what the decoration brushes are. And if you look, you're like, what is this little symbol? It's my little symbol that I made. I made my own custom icons. I'll show you how to do that. So yeah. This is a people brush. It's taking a second for these brushes to load up. And so this is kind of cool. I need to make my own version of this, but so very quickly, all of a sudden you got a crowd there instantly. So these are your decoration brushes. And you can do a lot of stuff with your decoration brushes, like this black market brush that I have here. It's not mine. I forgot where I got it from, but you can quickly fill up a scene like you drew a table or something, or a shelf. Then you got all this stuff that appears there with that brush. And so let's kind of finish this section off. So the eraser is right here. You got a hard, soft eraser. Eraser is pretty self-explanatory. And blend. So you got blend, blur, fingertip, and a copy stamp, which I don't really use. I don't use the blending tool a lot. I probably would just keep it on regular blend. I don't really like to use the blender. That's just my own personal preference. So what I want to do is also, I want to finish up with the getting started section with the tools down here, and then we will go in and start making some custom brushes in the next section, and we'll go in depth with the brush engine. The best way to mess around with the brush engine, or to teach you the brush engine, is to make a custom brush, or to make some custom brushes. But the next thing that I want to do is, well, let me just show you this one now. This is your paint bucket tool. And if we go ahead and if you want to just go ahead and make a circle, make sure it's closed off. You hit your paint bucket tool. It's called the fill tool, but I always call it the paint bucket tool. So you refer only to the editing layer. It's got a bunch of different settings. That means that you'll use that. Refer to other layers. And this isn't doing, I think you have to have something on the other layer for it to refer. And there is also enclose and fill, so you can enclose this and fill it. That's pretty cool. And then there is painted unfilled area. So we literally could do this. And it's so this one is you're painting the line. And here's my sub ones. The tolerance, you can always adjust the tolerance. So there are a few settings here. Target all colors, only transparent. Area surrounded by transparent, only black. Area surrounded by black, only white transparent. So let's do this. Because, by the way, you're not going to remember all this, because I don't remember all I don't remember all this. Just going to make some circles here. So let's go back to here. So target all colors. That didn't do anything on this one anyway, only transparent. That didn't do anything. Let's see if it does anything over here. Areas surrounded by transparent? Nope. Only black? Okay, so this is for your lines, where it says only black, and you could change whatever your color is. The easiest way to do this is just to enclose and fill, but I want to go through all these with you guys. Areas surrounded by black. I think we already did that one, right? So area surrounded by black is how you're going to fill this on the inside. Oh, wait, there's something already on that one. That's why it wasn't working. Okay, there we go. So you got to make sure that you didn't put something else on top of that. The painted unfilled area, I would keep this on area surrounded by black because it's just going to make, I think it's just a little bit easier to deal with. Okay, so, and then you also have your gradient tools. which gradient tools are great, and there's plenty of there's a lot of gradient tools over here. I want to come back to well, yeah, I guess we can. So I would go to the magic wand tool. That's what I always call it. It's auto select and refer to the editing layer only. Then you can use your gradient and you click and drag and you get your gradient. There's also a bunch of different kinds of gradients there. You can go under here and choose. You can have a circular gradient, an ellipse gradient, straight gradient. You can choose how it acts. But I think we'll get more into that when it comes to, because this is another one that should fall under the brush category in my opinion. So what I want to do next is look at the ruler tools, because this will get you started with your drawing in case you guys are trying to do a comic or a manga or something like that. Then that is what you should do. So I'm going to stop talking and I'll see you in the next video.